I've thought about that a little bit, but the way you said it was just so painfully clear that, if I could sum it up in a sentence, it's just reminding the Christian that our only strategy is not merely to compete, but we also have the strategy of outlasting.
Amen.
That the flower fades, the grass withers, but the word of the Lord, and whatever the word of the Lord has built, namely, first and foremost, his church, his people, communities, families, those things endure forever. And I personally would go beyond that in a lighter sense, not in the same degree, but in a lighter sense, that all truth is God's truth. That in heaven, that in mathematics, that 2 + 2 will still be 4. That all the, so every good endeavor, every true work that is in accordance with God's words has an eternal merit, an eternal value. And so I don't know, I've thought about it some, but the way you said it was just so encouraging to me, just realizing, because sometimes it just feels like insurmountable, absolutely impossible, like David versus Goliath, but where David's like a handicap, somebody who
it still wouldn't matter, would it?
And what I forget is that but Goliath, it's not just David versus Goliath. Goliath is self-sabotaging. Goliath will slay himself.
Yeah.
And the Word of God promises that at the end of the day, if a person is in rebellion against God, they're not. And the most elaborate kingdoms of the world, you saw, the Roman Church, but I think like Assyria and Babylon. You look at one of the great wonders of the world, and it's like, this can't fall. We can't lose. And then it's just like,
in one day, it's gone.
So so when I think of, I'm like, but it's Twitter, Rory, it's Twitter. Yeah, Joel, but what about Assyria? What about Babylon?
Exactly.
So that's good to hear. That's encouraging.
Reminds me of a quote I use in the book from Francis Schaeffer. He said, "Men always build their towers so high they fall down." And don't you see that happening all the time? Yes. There's just so much ego and pride in what man can do. Come look at this tower that we have built that reaches to the heavens. And God laughs and holds them in derision.
Right.
And so I just have so much confidence that the Lord is going to take care of his people if we can stay focused on the task. And it's a big task, and coming back to the family, this is a big task to disciple our children in the way they should go, and to do it and to build something that will last with our families is a worthy pursuit. And it's something that's going to take all of what you have, but it's something that I can attest to, and many other families who are walking this way can attest to. It is worth all of your effort. It is worth everything that you are doing to pour into building stronger families.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would consider supporting Right Response Ministries, we'd be incredibly grateful. You can do so by going to rightresponseministries.com/donate to give your gift of any amount. If you're not able to support us financially, that's okay. You can still support us in a great regard simply by subscribing to our YouTube channel, clicking the bell, and of course sharing our content with all your friends and family. We can't do this without you, your support, and your prayers. So thank you.